What's good, everybody? It's your boy Saul, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about WWE2K22. Now, we all know if you're a big fan of the series or just wrestling in general, WWE2K have, it's been getting better after this game, and for the fact that they always develop certain DLC or plan certain DLC for the game, and there's nothing after it drops a credit everything. You can basically just say, okay, I think that was the last DLC they're going to support in the game, just considering that they are moving on to the next game in the series, which is WWE2K23, which, while I was playing WWE2K22 and playing with the mod system, I was thinking, like, why they just don't do a live service for WWE2K? And the reason I said it is, just hear me out for a second, because this is just a personal opinion, an idea. You can agree to disagree with me, but I feel like WWE 2K could benefit from a live service. Now, the only reason I say it is because, like I said before, they have planned DLC. So once that last DLC come out and they do the last update, they stop supporting the game. So why they, just don't make a live system where they can update all the stages where it needs to be, or update the characters, or update the, I guess what we call it, basically their characters, update the Tiatrons, the music, everything, which I feel like will probably cost more money considering that they have to put more effort into it. But I feel like it'll benefit everybody just because, like, you got people out there that sit here after the fact that you get done supporting the game, they added more stuff to the game to make it more fun, more realistic, more, what's the word I'm looking for? Immersion into the game, just because, you got a lot of those people out there like me who wants to get on and play a wrestling game and just be immersed in the interest, admiring the graphics, just feel like I'm actually playing a wrestling game. But like I said before, I feel like if they did monthly updates, update people's characters, their attires, their interests, or just update like storylines, I feel like it would be better in any type of situation, because people might say like, hey, well, that's just their way of having us to pay for more DLC, or pay for characters, this and that, which I feel like, yeah, that's bullshit, but at the same time, maybe it'll benefit us just because now we have a reason to, do this or do that or invest in something, because it's like, not necessarily you don't have to invest or buy the characters if you don't want to, but if you want to enjoy the game and get, regular updates, yeah, support them by buying the DLC, the extra stuff they put on there for you, even if it's like $2.99 or $3.99. I just feel like, we'll have a fresh game every month, every update, and I think it'll be easier for everybody, even for the mod community, just because, they want to help the game be better. I understand they don't, 2K doesn't like that. They sort of like Apple in a way, mesmerize stuff, they don't want that. They want you to be happy with what they make, and that's it. It's just like I said before, just like Apple. To fix their phones, if you try to fix their phones, you have about 95% of chance of breaking their phones while trying to fix them, or they don't want you to touch their phones unless you have their parts. So I guess that's how 2K is. It's like, if you're going to do something to our system, or if you're going to change it, it has to be on our own accord. But it's like, if you really think about it, it'll be trying to hold mod community like only for one day. I feel like this game could be even more better than what it is right now. Don't get me wrong, the game is nice. It's just the fact that it could be more added features, or more added matches, more added attires, which I feel like people who are part of the mod community and the wrestling community for WWE2K in general has mentioned it or thought about it, and even said in their own personal videos. But it's like, more if you think about it, people level, I feel like it would benefit more if WWE2K went to a live service, because what's the point of being coming out every year and then adding stuff, or just not adding the right things or taking things away, trying to experiment? Because I feel like that whole crunch thing they have in the industry where you're like, oh, we gotta get this out before this certain time, and then something's broken, and something's not working right with the game comes out. You have customers and consumers like us that are bitching about the game because it's not working properly, and then I guess it'll help the game designers in a way, but at the same time give them a little break so they can fix things, or fix the smaller things that need to be fixed, like collision, entrances, or just being able to add more storylines, like a story mode or a season mode where you play with your favorite wrestler, or like a franchise mode. I don't know, something different that give it more flavor every month or every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. Like, there's so much they can do with a specific game if it was a live service. Now, like I said before, you can agree with me to disagree with me, but I feel like there could be a big opportunity where 2K can make a wrestling game a live service. You know, you don't have to worry about a yearly thing or stuff changing, which I also feel like this is a WWE thing, because you have all their concepts and their characters they have to deal with on live television. They can't really say or do anything with this character until they fully developed. This is a case of, it kind of spoils the whole storyline and, other stuff they do with their, live broadcasts and everything else. I guess it kind of fucks it up, but at the same time, it's like, it should give us as consumers, the people that, support the WWE2K series, is about, like, let's make our own story. Let's not worry about it, something that's, written and, one-sided, where it's like, you either do this or you do that, but the same outcome, I mean, did they give us more options this year in this game? Yes, they did. But I mean, I feel like it was just straightforward and say, like, no branched off, if you do this is going to happen, if you do that, it's going to happen. I mean, something that will literally punish us for doing that, but not something that we know is going to happen, just because we can sit there and predict, like, oh, why can't he with a chair? Now he's going to get revenge on me and fall for the title. Like, that's obvious. That's like obvious to a point if you're a big wrestling fan like me. But I feel like it's so much I can expand it on the 2K series to a point where longevity wouldn't have to worry about having to annually come out with a WWE 2K game almost, I guess, 2 times a year, or cut some slack on the game designers, I don't know. Personally, I think 2K or WWE 2K should be a live service in terms of wrestling game. I don't know about NBA 2K because, we're just not going to talk about that in this video, but it's the fact that I feel like, there's so much you can do with a wrestling game to a point where you can have branching storylines. I'm not talking about, one straight line of, branching story progression. You branch off to like 3 different, 3 different side stories that all of a sudden just ends, or just, have a situation where, you have a Goldberg situation, you go undefeated, for almost a year or 2. Don't hold me to that. I don't know the exact time frame of that, but go undefeated like Goldberg, or hold the title for so long, and then the narrators or the commentators actually acknowledge that, hey, this certain character has been on the title for 365 days that he do actually on an actual wrestling show. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do, and I guess they listen, but then I guess it's one of the situations where it has to come into their pockets or the company's pockets, because it's like, if WWE2K did come up with live service, I guess they won't make as much money because people can refuse or agree to buy DLC. At the same time, I feel like if you're a hardcore player, you're going to buy everything to make your experience more better. But what y'all think about that? Should WWE2K be a live service or should it not? Tell me below in my comments, but also don't forget to rate, subscribe to my channel. And I'll talk to you in my comments and all my socials are in my bio below. Other than that, I'll check y'all later. Peace out.